Everybody, welcome. We're just going to, I think we all know what we're doing. It's going to have a little kirtan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so welcome everybody to our little meditation session tonight. We're going to just continue for a little bit before our friend Taratmana comes on to do some chanting. We're going to just, as our usual practice, we're going to speak a little bit about yoga and meditation and spiritual development. And I think most of you've been here, know what's going on, know what we're doing. But, just for the purpose of, some of our viewers out there tuning into our stream may not be very familiar with what we're doing. So we'll just say a few things. One of the things with this meditation practice that we do. It's part of the overall yoga system, and basically the yoga system itself is, it's really wonderful if you understand, you know, a little bit about, you know, how it works and its scope, and how natural it actually is. Sometimes people think, especially if you're focusing on the asana part of things, the physical postures and the breathing work and so on. For a lot of people get into, you know, heavy pranayama practices. It can be quite. Has anybody done any of that? Yeah, some of you have done yoga, I know, but it can be very challenging physically. It's a very tough discipline in a lot of ways, especially if you want to succeed in those methods of pranayama and Kundalini yoga and stuff. It's tough going. It's very difficult work. So there are. That's just one of the processes of yoga by which, you know, a person can, you know, make some kind of progress and gain spiritual insights and so on. But the also, and this is the kind of the good part, or the easier part, put it that way, is that rather than trying to shut down and shut down all our senses and undergo all these different austerities, the easier path of yoga is to redirect our natural tendencies. See, if you just say, for example, if you're going to do pranayama breathing exercise, you've got to learn how to sit with your back straight. You've got to learn how to control your breathing and so on. It's very, very difficult. It's very disciplined, hard work, austerity, and asana's the same if you follow that path. There's advantages to it when we do it, but much more easier is the paths of Jnana yoga, which is kind of what we're doing now. We use our mind and our intellect to try and understand, you know, certain spiritual knowledge. And that's a very natural thing to do with our mind. It's not a struggle, in a sense, because already our mind, we have basic tendencies, the tendency to reason and speculate, you know, with our mind. Everybody does it. No, everybody does that. Oh, I wonder what it's all about. I wonder. Is it like this? Is it like that? What's this? Why is there suffering? What's death? What's this? What that? So many different things we speculate about and try and figure it out and reason. And it's very natural to do that. So that tendency to engage in that kind of mental activity is called jnana. They spell it with, say it with a G, but it's spelled J-N-A-N-A, Jnana yoga. And so with Jnana yoga, we redirect that tendency, that speculative tendency, and actually we can learn things, spiritual knowledge from yoga texts like the Bhagavad Gita, for example. I'm going to read a couple of quotes in a few moments. So there's that. And then there's the tendency to be active. Everybody's got the tendency to be active, to do stuff. And most, unfortunately, you know, so many of us and so many people are active for our own benefit. You know, it's just about me. Me. I'm not going to do something unless I get some kind of return in some way. So this tendency to be active is redirected in what's known as karma yoga, or, you know, work not for myself but for others. And there's all sorts of categories of this selfless work. You know, even people who've got no idea about yoga don't even know what it is. There's a natural tendency to, oh, somebody in trouble, I'm going to help. You know, that's kind of like a form of karma yoga right there. We're acting selflessly. And then we learn how to act selflessly more and more and redirect that selfless action into... we redirect it spiritually. So, for example, right now, all this whole effort of having this centre here, all the different work that has to be done to keep this place going is a form of karma yoga. Action, redirection spiritually. Someone's painting the wall, someone's painting this, someone's putting up the whole thing. In what I'm doing right now, someone's talking, that's karma yoga. Even when people are listening and try to understand, you're engaging in yoga. So we're all, so that. And then all of this culminates to the ultimate tendency, the most important tendency of all is the tendency to love. We all want to have love. There's no, when they send someone to prison, if they want to punish someone, I don't know if they still do it now. Haven't been to prison, but actually I have. Just for a night though, I wasn't very bad. But you see it. I think it's a thing where people know if you go in prison and you misbehave, and they're going to try and figure out, what can we do? They put you into solitary confinement. That's considered to be like a punishment. You got to be on your own. Why is that a punishment? Some people like being on their own. Yeah, but eventually, not really. Yeah, but no. It's by the time they're coming out of there, being on their own, they're half crazy already. We need companionship, and more than just companionship, more than just mere. Someone to talk to. No, you want loving companionship. Yeah, that's what we really want, right? Not just an ordinary friend. We want to love. So it's very natural to want that. It's no, so this tendency to want to love is also, it's considered to be the highest form of yoga when it's directed spiritually. So it's not that... yoga's against the ordinary loving relationships of this world. It's not that. It's just that everything should be seen in the correct context. We naturally, we're young men, young women, not me, but out there, young men, young women, it's very natural that you want to love somebody and, have a relationship, an intimate relationship, most natural. So it's not that that's bad, but you have to understand what it is in the larger context. So yes, in the yoga system, that desire is provided for. Just like many of my friends have been doing this for a long time. We all got married and, got children who are, and so on. So it's not wrong, but you have to just understand what it is, and that the highest form of love is beyond that. Or at least actually I said that wrong. Even the loving relationships of the world can be the highest form of love if, depending on how the people in those relationships are seeing each other. If you're seeing soul to soul beyond the physical body, then you're getting there. You're getting to the higher forms of loving relationships. And especially if it's done in relationship, in connection with our relationship, our natural connection with God or the Supreme Soul, then it all becomes very perfected. And in a sense, when we're here chanting like this is what we're doing. We're engaging in this highest form of loving activity. We're singing the names of the Supreme, the names of God, however you want to say it, the transcendental yoga mantras. And this makes it so that our hearts and our minds become purified. We tune more and more into our spiritual nature, our own spiritual nature, and into our natural relationship with the divine. And so this is all what yoga is really all about. You know, yoga means union, spiritual union, union of the soul with the Supreme Soul, and union, spiritual union with each other. You know, it's not like it all goes together. It's all fits in. There's a expression called the absolute truth. Sometimes, you know, we say many different names of the Supreme Soul, Krishna primarily, but there's many others. You know, we don't have arguments about which name is good, or they're all good. Any name of the Supreme is good, but sometimes in a more what's the right word? Put it this way: there's sort of names and then there's titles. You know, just like you know, someone here. You know, you've got your name. You know, Raja. Picked on you, Raja. Sorry. Yeah, his name's, you know, Raja, and then but he's also known as Mr. Britain. In some places. So it's like that when we call on the Supreme. Sometimes we say Krishna, and sometimes we say, oh, the Supreme Soul or the Supreme Friend, or like that. Or the one I was going to get to was the Absolute Truth. You might have, if any of you have read Bhagavad Gita, you'll find the expression, the Absolute Truth. So what's that Absolute Truth? It's the truth that never changes. It's there eternally. And we're all a part of that absolute truth, spiritually speaking. Each one of us is a little spiritual spark of the Supreme. Like the example we always give is the sun and the rays of the sun. That's the absolute truth. The sun and the rays of the sun combined. That whole situation is absolute truth. And it's just spiritually speaking, right? So we're all equal. So just like, and the opposite end of that, or what's relative truth is, oh, I'm a 69-year-old man. That's true, right? That's the truth. Or an old guy. But it's not absolute truth. It's not always going to be true. That's the relative truth. Same with all of you. I'm a young 20-year-old woman. Yeah, but not eternally. Sorry, you're going to grow. Depending if you're lucky or unlucky, you might live to be a 100-year-old woman. So these are things. So this absolute truth, that's why the spiritual texts like the Bhagavad Gita are always advising us to tune into this absolute truth. Tune into it and try and, really be a part of it and not separate from it. Because when we're separate from that absolute truth, we're in the world of change. It's like, you know, there was an earthquake here. I think a lot of us felt it. Any of you experienced that? It's like, so it's kind of like that. Our life, if you're just really fixed in these relative truths, you know, like I'm a 25-year-old man and I'm always going to be a 25-year-old guy. If you're fixed like that, then you're your life is going to be full of anxiety because the muscles will gradually droop or whatever they do, the skin, for all of us. So that's why the yoga texts are always advising us, don't, do all that stuff. Yes, we have to get married, we have to do this, we have to do that, we have to live and so on. But do it all with the understanding that the real business is to be tuning into this permanence. And isn't it a fact that this is permanence, is what we're really looking for? Isn't it? You know, what's marriage? Marriage means to have and to hold till eternally. It's supposed to be, anyway, right? We're looking for that permanence. What's a house? What's owning a house? We're all looking for that permanence. And so there's not a problem. It's just you've got to look for it in the right place. That's all. So yoga is the way of directing us in that way. to look for that permanence in our in this absolute truth, that truth which is the real truth of our nature, and that permanence which will truly satisfy us. So there was I was thinking about this topic earlier today, and there was an old. I'll just finish in a moment, but I just remember this old Bob Dylan song. I was an old Bob Dylan fan from way back, from many years ago, and he always had these little nuggets of truth in all his, in a lot of his songs. One of them was, this one is tough. This one's real cutting. You can have your beauty for your eyes. Cruel. Oh, don't say that. And then the other, I don't know why I'm quoting Bob Dylan. I'm supposed to be quoting the Bhagavad Gita. I'll get that. We'll come to that. But this was the other one. The other one was about love. He says, love is all there is. I won't sing it. Love is all there is. It makes the world go round. Love and only love, it can't be denied. No matter what you think about it, you won't be able to do without it. Take a tip from one who's tried. So this is, it's insightful. He's recognising that we're all looking for that, emotional connection, which is truly going to satisfy. And the whole point of yoga is to educate us and to make it so that, as hard as it is, to understand that and this is really, really difficult to appreciate in some ways, but you can, is that, as long as our attachments are based on, material considerations, then, it won't be the real thing ever. Say, for example, I'm going to marry, I'm going to marry a rich guy because he's got a lot of money. Oh, what happens when the money goes? What happens when all his money gets lost? Then you'll see if there's more than money in the relationship. Or if a guy, I don't want to marry that girl, she's too ugly. Sorry to use these terms, but this is how we think. We don't like to say it, but it's true. But I'm going to marry her because she's very beautiful. Yeah, but what happens when she's now 60 or 70 or 80? There's no more beauty, there's no more sexual attraction. What happens? Well, you'll find out if there's love there or not. If you're still together in old age, then you'll find out whether it's a soul-to-soul relationship or whether it was purely based on material considerations. So this is why, you can, these are hard truths, and, sometimes, we can, we don't want to hear it, but still we can kind of understand the truth of it. It's not that difficult to appreciate. So this is the way of yoga, and, especially with chanting. But I just wanted to... No, I'm going too long. I'll just finish with one quote, and this is a really one of my really favourite quotes, which always puts the whole yoga process into perspective. So this is from the 6th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna is saying, Krishna, the supreme friend, the supreme soul, the sun, the supreme sun from whom we have all come, he says, Krishna says, and of all yogis, one who abides in me with great faith, adoring me in transcendental loving service, is most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. So this is basically the whole summary of yoga. There's many different kinds of yogis and categories of yoga practice, and they're all meant to bring us to this point that we just talked about, to have that loving connection with the Supreme. And when we have that loving connection with the Supreme, automatically with that comes the loving connection with everybody else, with all. That's why, for those of you who are familiar with the Bible, you'll find, when Jesus was asked, what's the summary of the whole thing? If you read the Old Testament, it's very confusing. It's so many different things in there. There's history, there's rituals, there's a little bit of knowledge. And so what's the essence of it? And he said to love the Supreme Father and to love all the children of God. My first teaching is to love God and love, how did you say it? Something like that. Love the children, love your neighbour as yourself. So that's the way of yoga too. We don't make these distinctions about Hinduism over here, yoga here, Christianity there. No, any genuine spiritual path will have the same truth, that loving the Supreme and loving our neighbours, soul to soul, not necessarily body to body, although that can be there too. So we'll leave it at that. Okay, so I'll just do one more short chant and then Tad will come on. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so namaste everybody. Das is coming on.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Siddha Sarupananda Paramahamsa Iti Namine Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Govardharinda Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Hari Bol. Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Hari Bol. Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Hari Bol. Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Hari Bol. Hari Bol Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Hari Bol. Hari Bol Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Hari Bol. Haribo Nitai Goranga Nitai Goranga Haribo Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana 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 Gopala 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 Govinda 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 Gopala, 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 Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. 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 Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. Hare Krishna, 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 Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gopala, 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 Govinda, Govinda, Gopala, 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 Govinda, 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 Gopala, Gopala. Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. 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 Let's have a sing along, sure. everyone can chant this one together, or you can take a break and just listen, or whatever. But God, I got to remember how to play it. Metana Mohana Murari. Metana Mohana Murari. Haribo. All right, let's all chant it. Haribo. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Radharani Shyaama Sundar Vrindavan Hari Bol Radharani Shyaama Sundar Vrindavan Hari Bol Radharani Shyaama Sundar Vrindavan Hari Bol Radharani Shyaama Sundar Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Radharani Shyaama Sundar Vrindavan Hari Vrindavan Hari Bol Radharani Shyaama Sundar Vrindavan Hari Bol Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Jiva, can you come halfway through? Take over? We'll do Prabhupada's chant. Yeah? Yeah, yeah. I'll do a favourite chant amongst the different devotees. Our spiritual master, who first chanted it many years ago, way back before most of you were born. Gopala Govinda Rama Matana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama Matana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama Dana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste, everybody. Thank you very much for coming, and we'll be here again next week for our, just to let everybody know, we're going to further over the Christmas holiday period. We're going to be open on Friday and Sunday for kirtan chanting. As usual, the yoga program won't be happening from 2 more weeks of yoga, and then that'll stop for 3 weeks. So we'll put some signs up so everybody knows. But Sunday, especially, will and Friday will be going on right through without a break. So drop in whenever you feel, you know, need of a little bit of meditation, and you know, consistency is what really helps. Any kind of chanting, even for a little bit, of course, is good. But you know, when we develop a little bit of a regular